They have survived wars, looting, political upheaval, and above all, Taliban raids. Now, a hoard of priceless Afghan artefacts is coming to the British Museum next month. The exhibition, Afghanistan, Crossroads of the Ancient World, includes hundreds of ancient objects which were stashed away in secret vaults at the very height of Afghanistan's civil war and preserved there for almost 14 years. Now they've been put on show around the world, as our culture editor, Matthew Cain, now reports.
For a whole generation, Afghanistan has meant just one thing: war. But a new exhibition opening at the British Museum is introducing a largely unknown side of the country to the world. Its identity as the crossroads for ancient civilizations, the link between China, India, the Middle East and the West.
What these objects show very clearly is that Afghanistan has been the product of the meshing together of different influences and cultural contacts, and that to understand Afghanistan in the future as well as the past, you should appreciate its position really at the crossroads of Asia and at the junction of those roots and resources.
The exhibition contains 200 artifacts from Roman, Hellenistic and Indian traditions, including this 2,000-year-old gold crown worn by a nomadic princess. But for many viewers, almost as interesting as the artifacts themselves are the stories behind them. In 1989, as civil war raged in Afghanistan, curators in Kabul risked imprisonment and even execution by smuggling the most valuable artifacts out of the National Museum and hiding them away in a bank vault.
We told to every of our colleagues, you shouldn't tell anybody, even to the press and to the mass media. Just tell them, because we were not sure about the situation, so you shouldn't tell anybody where are these artifacts. You can say we don't know where it is.
So people thought they had been stolen?
Yeah, of course. They thought because some of the other objects from museums, they were stolen.
In total, around 70% of the museum's collection was stolen by looters and the building left in ruins. And as civil war gave way to the Taliban era, much of the non-Islamic art left in the country was destroyed, including these famous statues of the Buddha in Bamiyan.
Our all cultural friends, they had related with their departments of cultural heritage. All of them, they were suffer a lot, even they cried. Yeah.
Did you cry?
Of course. It was very bad, and we will never forget that time.
For some, the recent instability sweeping the Arab world has served as a reminder of that time. Following the revolution in Egypt, there were reports of looting from the museum in Cairo and the theft of several priceless artifacts. But not everyone sees a connection between rumoured events in Egypt and the widespread looting in Afghanistan.
That did not happen in Egypt, but what you saw instead was prejudice and a frenzy of rumours and speculations that was what was happening. We saw across blogs and in national mainstream press rumours about the ripping of mummies from their bodies, iconic artefacts being destroyed and taken for money to be fed onto the illicit antiquities market. That just didn't happen. Right? Those rumours tell us more about prejudice than they do about what was happening on the ground, and they tell us that still many people in the West just don't think these people can take care of their artefacts.
There can be no doubting the commitment of the Afghan curators to taking care of these artefacts. Because of their actions, treasures like these have been preserved, and it's hoped that they'll help change public perceptions about Afghanistan. The motto of the National Museum in Kabul is "A nation stays alive when its culture stays alive." And although these artefacts are currently on an international tour, it's hoped that one day Afghanistan will be stable enough for them to return home. Matthew Cain, Channel 4 News, the British Museum.